Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This week I'm doing my WrestleMania 38 predictions, which is on tonight and tomorrow night. So tonight is WrestleMania Saturday, tomorrow is WrestleMania Sunday. I'm so excited. There's a lot of matches on the card that I'm very excited for, I'm really excited to see who is Seth's opponent for, I think, tonight. Yeah, I think that's tonight Seth is on, so I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, last night, if you haven't seen the Hall of Fame, you wouldn't know this. But last night at the Hall of Fame ceremony, right at the end of his speech, the Undertaker put on his gear, some of his gear, his jacket and his hat, and said, "Never say never." So he might be Seth's opponent for tomorrow, or not tomorrow night, tonight. So we'll see what happens. I'm very excited. So my guess is either the Undertaker after seeing last night, or maybe even Cody Rhodes. So we'll see how this happens. We'll see how this goes. So, yeah, before I get into it, I do want to give a massive shout out to not only my boyfriend, I love you and I miss you, babe, but also to the Hall of Fame class of WWE 2022. So, yeah, I'm going to get into the matches for tonight, WrestleMania Saturday. So these are not in order, and you can also find my predictions and voice your own predictions on my Twitter and my Instagram, on my WWE fan page, that is. So, starting with tonight, again, these are not in order. The first match is Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship, and I'm reading these off of my blog because I posted it last night. I think Bianca will win because Becky has been after her for a while. Like, she's been threatening to cut Bianca's hair. She actually did injure her throat a little bit. I can't remember what happened to Bianca. What happened to her throat, but I just know that Becky tried to injure her throat, which, anyway, Bianca's definitely gonna have some anger in her because of that. And if you guys haven't seen Raw last week, or this past Monday, you wouldn't know that Bianca actually cut Becky's hair after Becky tried to cut her hair before. Anyway, so Bianca also won the SmackDown Women's title last year at WrestleMania, so it would be pretty cool to see her have another WrestleMania moment 2 years in a row by winning the Raw Women's title. The next match is the Mysterios versus The Miz and Logan Paul. Okay, this may be a long shot, but I'm going to go with The Miz and Logan because I find whenever celebrities have matches at WrestleMania, some of the times I think they win. Just like Bad Bunny won last year, Maria Menounos, when she had a match at WrestleMania with Kelly and everyone. So, yeah, I'm going with The Miz and Logan Paul. The next match is Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. I think Drew is going to win because Corbin says almost every week, "I'm undefeated." So I think Drew's going to be the one to end that undefeated streak tomorrow night. Or not tomorrow night, tonight. Because it says tomorrow night on my blog, but I posted it last night, so that's why. Anyways, also because if you guys saw SmackDown last night, you would know that Happy Corbin, okay, Drew has a sword, and he named his sword after his late mother, Angela. And Happy Corbin stole his sword last week on SmackDown. And last night, Happy Corbin made a joke about Drew's late mother, which was actually kind of too far in my opinion. But Drew went after him, tried to hit him with the sword, but Happy Corbin escaped. So I think something big is going to happen as well between these two tonight. Something with the sword, I don't know, but something big, I think. The next match is the Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs for the SmackDown Tag Titles. I think Shinsuke and Rick are going to win because I think that this weekend, unfortunately, will be the nights that the entire Bloodline loses their titles. I don't know why, I just have that gut feeling that in the entire Bloodline, the Usos and Roman Reigns are going to lose their titles. I just spoiled my prediction for Roman versus Brock match, but I will still talk about it later. The next match is the New Day versus Sheamus and Ridge Holland. So some of you already know this, but Ridge, for those of you who don't, Ridge actually broke Big E's, who's the third member of the New Day. He's in his neck, and I just know Kofi and Xavier want to get revenge on Ridge for that. So I think the New Day are going to win. Also, to make it worse, apparently Big E said on Twitter that, or something like that, a Twitter interview, he said it somewhere, that because of his broken neck, he actually narrowly escaped. And this one is the saddest part for me. It's sad enough that he broke his neck, but where he's one of my favorite wrestlers, and he's my my family's favorite too. My nan and my mom love him. So the saddest part of that is, he actually narrowly escaped a stroke or even death because of his broken neck. So that would have just been tragic. It's tragic anyway with the broken neck, but narrowly escaping a stroke or death, that's goodness. Anyway, the next match is Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey, and it's for the SmackDown Women's title. I think Ronda is going to win because this is one of her first matches in about 3 years. The last time she had like a one-on-one match on a pay-per-view anyway was WrestleMania 35 back in 2019 in the main event. So I really don't think she's going to lose. I don't see her losing. The next match is a Fatal 4-Way match. This one is for WrestleMania Sunday, by the way. I'm doing WrestleMania Sunday next. So the Charlotte versus Ronda match was the last one for tonight. Now on to WrestleMania Sunday, which is tomorrow night. The first match, again, not in order, for tomorrow night is a Fatal 4-Way match for the women's tag titles. The participants are Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, Natalya and Shayna Baszler, Queen Zelina and Carmella, and Sasha Banks and Naomi. Now this one, I was stuck between two teams, Sasha and Naomi and Liv and Rhea. But I ultimately went with Liv and Rhea because I feel like people don't expect them to win, and a lot of people might have expected them to not be as close as they are as a tag team because, like, I feel like they're kind of like different characters. Like, here's Rhea, she's very serious, wears all black. I mean, Liv wears all black a lot of the time too. But Liv, I find, is more bubbly than Rhea. Like, in the ring anyway. I don't know about outside the ring. I don't know them personally, but, like, their character in wrestling, like, Rhea's more serious than Liv, I find. So, yeah, I think a lot of people aren't really expecting them to win and become tag team champions, but I think Liv and Rhea are going to prove those people wrong. So, Liv and Rhea is my prediction for that one. The next match is Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville from the show, or not the show, the franchise Jackass. It's in an anything goes match. I think Johnny is going to win because, as I said before, whenever celebrities have a match, I find that sometimes they win. So I also don't think a lot of people are expecting Johnny to win and beat Sami Zayn. So I'm going with Johnny Knoxville. Next match I'm very, very excited for, and I think my mom and my nan is very excited for it as well because I watch WrestleMania and every pay-per-view with them. So the next match is I almost said Matt. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. I think Pat's going to win because Austin has been torturing him literally ever since this match has been confirmed. What was it, like a month ago? Every time Pat tries to brawl with him, he runs straight to Mr. McMahon's office and Pat can't get in. Like, if you guys watched SmackDown last night, you would know that Pat was standing on the commentator's desk and Austin swept his feet from under him so he landed on his back, and Pat tried to run after him to attack him, and Austin ran straight to Vince McMahon's office. And Pat was going to go back to the arena, like back out where the ring was first. But then he turned around, kicked the door open, and there's Vince McMahon, and Vince says, if you do something like that again, or you fight with Austin before your match or anything, you will lose your match and maybe even lose your job. Which, to me, that's just not cool. I mean, he is Vince McMahon, he can do what he wants, but that's just, no thank you. I would hate to see Pat McAfee lose his match, especially with me and my family so excited to see this one. But yeah, I think Pat's going to win. The next match is the Street Profits versus RK Bro versus Alpha Academy for the Raw Tag Team titles. I think RK Bro is going to win because they just got their titles back, like a month ago? And there is no way they're going to lose them this quick unless one of them turns heel on the other. So whether that be Riddle turning heel on Randy for losing or Randy turns on Riddle, don't matter. I don't see them losing the titles anytime soon unless one of them is going to turn heel on the other. So I'm going with RK Bro. The next match is Edge versus AJ Styles. I think AJ is going to win. I was stuck between Edge and AJ too. I was stuck with this match because I really didn't know who to pick for my prediction. So So I went with AJ. It could be Edge for sure, but I went with AJ. Because a couple of weeks ago, Edge hit AJ's head with a chair, which put him out of action for a couple weeks. So I think AJ wants to make Edge suffer the way he suffered by maybe defeating him tomorrow night. And the next match is Bobby Lashley versus Ole Miss. I think Bobby is going to win because he just returned from the injury at Elimination Chamber back in February. So I really don't think he's going to lose this match, even though Ole Miss is strong and tough. And probably the strongest and the toughest man in the business going right now. So I'm going with Bobby. The final match announced so far is Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for both the WWE and the Universal title. So it's a winner-take-all championship unification match. So I think Brock is going to win because, as I said before, I think the entire bloodline, Roman and the Usos, are going to lose all of their titles tomorrow night and tonight. But also because Roman has been champion for 586 days, and he's put Brock through a lot of stuff the past couple months. Like, it's insane. Like, this feud is probably the best feud on the card. This and the Pat and Austin feud, two of the best feuds on the card right now. So I just know Brock is out for blood. After all the stuff Roman has put him through, I just know it. I can feel it. So Brock's my prediction for that one. So those are all the predictions for this weekend. I'm super, super, super excited. If there's any more matches announced before the show, you find those predictions and also voice your own predictions on my Twitter and my fan page on Instagram. So yeah, my Twitter is, I have like 2 Twitter accounts, but I use one the most. I don't know if it's, hold on a minute, I'm gonna have to check. All I know is my Instagram fan page is Last Kicking Live. Okay, yeah, I thought this was the one. And my Twitter is just my first name, B-R, with 3 R's and an extra A at the end. So B, 3 R's, I-A-N-N, and 2 A's, with an underscore at the end. So that is my Twitter. So if there's any more matches announced before the show and you would like to voice your own predictions, you can do those on my Instagram and my Twitter. But yeah, also, I'm sorry I never got to post last 2 weeks. I was isolating both weeks because I was exposed to COVID the week before. I also was busy with college, but I'm always busy with college now because I have like 3 tests or exams next week, 4 in a row the week after. It's insane. But it is what it is. I have to do everything I can to pass, and I'm just going to do that. I'm going to study as often as I can, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. But yeah, also because I was isolating the last 2 weeks, I was exposed to COVID the week before last week, and last week I actually had COVID myself. So, I mean, I didn't feel as bad as I thought I'd feel. I thought when I had COVID, if I ever got COVID, I would have felt really shitty and just miserable, but I actually didn't feel too bad. I just had like a sore throat and a runny nose, but I felt great. Like, I didn't feel that bad at all when I had COVID, but anyway, I'm just glad it's over. I still didn't like having COVID, but it's over now, so that's good. And I'm all good now. So anyway, that is it for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me, and I will see you guys next week for my WrestleMania predictions. Bye, guys. Or not predictions, results. Bye, guys.